Artyom, can you hear me?
Careful, everyone. He got irradiated badly. And I couldn't even get a reading on the colonel's body. The counter goes off the scale.
Oh wait, he's still alive? Okay. Never mind.
No, Artyom. We'll fix you just fine.
How could this happen?
Focus, Katya.
Quick.
What do we do?
How many fingers do I have on my hand?
An emergency transfusion. We must give him as much blood as we can.
Transfusion it is then. Will it save him?
It will keep him alive for a little longer. As long as there is blood.
What's his blood type?
AB positive.
AB positive.
Haha,
We can give him
perfect.
any type. Get everyone here.
Don't go to sleep, Artyom. You can't go to sleep now.
Literally anybody's blood. Wow.
Hello there, Artyom. How about we take a walk? Staying underground grew old.
That's it, Stepan. You can't give more.
Look, he's up. Can you hear me, Artyom? Don't you dare die on us. Just don't you dare. You've got a whole life ahead of you and kids. So fight for it. Fight.
Why did you stop? Didn't you always want to go outside?
I hope Miller isn't O negative.
Open that airlock at the Botanical Gardens. This place is much better.
This isn't your destination, Artyom. You're not there yet, not even close. It's not your station, it's just a dead end. Not your goal. Can you hear me? Give me your hand. Oh, you're burning up. Well, I hope this old man's blood will do something about that hot head of yours, eh?
Come on, let's go.
Okay, my friend. Time to get some quality blood in that body of yours, huh? With this, you'll be up in no time. Or I'll eat my own shoes, huh?
Hear me, Artyom. You've got a wife you need to work on making kids with. And my fiancé is still in Moscow. We still have to stir some shit up back in the metro, so don't you fucking dare die here.
Get ready for Metro 4, damn it.
Look, Artyom. Lake Baikal makes you believe real life is possible. Not the petty rat race we had back in the metro. I just have to say, you were right, Artyom. Right for wanting to get us out, bring us here. And I, the old fool, I was simply afraid. Afraid of life, as I see now.
Look, he's smiling. Smiling in his sleep. He even seems to say something.
Rush B, no
It's
stop.
Silver talking. He's burning up.
This world is worth giving everything up for, Artyom. You were always ready, and I was too attached to my position in the rat race. I'm sorry. Sorry for what happened to Anna. Sorry for blaming you. Had I not pumped everyone up about the occupying forces, she'd never have fallen there.
Artyom, I beg you, don't die. Stay with me, please. I don't want a life if you're not a part of it. Can you hear me? Look at me, Artyom. Look at me, please.
Yes, about Anna. You will have to look out for her, now that I can't anymore. I don't care if you go to that ocean. Just stay with her.
I'm keeping her out. She can barely stand herself, but she's ready to give all her blood to him. At least the medicine helped. It's a miracle.
I have a daughter, but I also wanted a son. A really stubborn one, just like me. like you. I really like this place. It's so clean. I'd like to stay here forever. Could you arrange that for me? And the most important thing, my time's up, Artyom. It's your turn now. Step up, lead them. Just remember that I created the Order to save people. All people, Artyom. Don't forget that. Because I somehow did. Goodbye, Commander. Time to wake up. Come on. Rise and shine, son.
Mr. Freeman.
The fever is subsiding. I think he's getting better. Now he needs some rest. You too, Anna. We've got hope now.
We found the place I saw in my dream. That hill on the shores of Baikal where Miller took me. A clean place, just like he said. Everything around is clean. We found ourselves a home. A home at the foot of a hill, overlooking a lake. A home where we could raise our children, who will be born not in the damp and dark tunnels, but under blue sky and bright sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the ranking officer, I propose a motion to entrust the duty of commanding the Order to Artyom. Unanimously approved. So, what would your orders be, sir?
I would say we all go home. But this home seems too large for just us. You know, the Colonel once told me, he created the Order to save people. All of them. I say it's time we perform this duty.
Alright. And that was Metro Exodus. A 4A games, exclusive to the Epic Games launcher if you didn't pre-order it on Steam. Overall, very enjoyable experience. I was so psyched about this coming out, and I'm glad I was able to get through all of it. It was, man, I've been trying to play this game on the weekend so much, but when it came out, I literally had plans for the next 2 Saturdays, so I barely got any time in, so I'm glad we were able to get it finished this weekend. It kind of sucks though, because yesterday I was trying to play through it, but the first floor of my condo started flooding in, so I had to end the stream abruptly. Yeah, like the neighbors' water, I don't know, something just went off on their side. So I walked downstairs to my dad and mom, and they were talking, and there it was under our TV. A bunch of water was just coming out on the floor. So we had to take care of that yesterday. Thankfully, though, it's done now, and we managed to finish this game. Great game. That being said, I still think Metro is best as a linear game. There are a lot of linear moments in this game, and it's fantastic. And the semi-open world nature of the levels they have in the middle, they're still good, but the problem with them is that they're just too familiar, I think. They fall into the same open world formula that a lot of other games have. Oh, here's an objective on the map. If you want to, you can go to it, but it doesn't really make much of a difference in the story if you do it or not. So that's the only real criticism. The side objectives are really there for completionists, I think. Let's see, very special thanks. Oh, so you started this in 2014. Okay, cool. I'm gonna sit through these credits. But yeah, for anyone who wants to play this game, I recommend it. I don't know if I would recommend the Epic Games Store, though. I'm not playing this on Epic. It's on Steam right now for me because I pre-ordered it like right before they took it off the shelves, the virtual shelves. Like in practice, I don't have a problem with multiple launchers. I know people, like I know people want everything on Steam for its convenience, and I get that. It's kind of annoying having to log into multiple things. I don't. It doesn't bother me having to use a separate launcher for a game. You know, if I want to play something on Origin, I'll get it on Origin. If I want it on Uplay, if I want it's on Uplay, I'll play on Uplay. But the way Epic is approaching this shit, that bothers me so much. It's one thing if they like were actually funding this game. You know, like I know with season 4 of The Walking Dead, I think on Telltale's Walking Dead, like it went under because the developer went under. But then they brought it back, and I guess as part of the deal, Epic gave them a lot of money to put it on their launcher when they, resurrected the project. I understand that. I can accept something like that, or if they were funding a project from the get-go. But the thing with Metro Exodus was that for the longest time, it was already being advertised as a Steam game for pre-order too, right? And then, less than a month before release, they just kind of backed out on that commitment and said, okay, actually, if you buy it now, it's gonna be on the Epic launcher. Surprise! That's what bothers me most about that. That was just really underhanded of them to do. Like, I get, Epic's giving a lot of money for these exclusives and shit, but that's just kind of it doesn't bode well for me. It feels scummy. Fortnite. It ruined everything. Like, I know it's making Epic a lot of money, but it killed Unreal Tournament. They were trying to rebuild Unreal Tournament, and they took the team on that off of it to work on Fortnite, and now no more Fortnite. And the thing about them making more money on the Epic launcher, like they said, also it's also good for consumers because we can sell it for $50. That's only in the U.S. though, I think, right? Like, if your regional pricing's probably not going to be the same. Yeah, Fortnite. Ever since let's see, what was it? Apex? Yeah, I played a little bit of that. Hopefully, I don't know. I just hope something changes. Really, like. I mean, eventually Fortnite has to go irrelevant. Every game has a lifespan. It can't last forever. But it has some, popular games always have this effect on people, like the industry. Whenever something becomes the star game, everything starts following it, and then it kind of starts a really shitty trend also. When Call of Duty was the big thing, every game started following Call of Duty, and everything kind of felt the same. Let's see, Battle Royale took off, got PUBG, and then you got Fortnite, and then everybody's trying to follow it now. And, to, some developers' creds, like Apex, it's still a pretty good game what they got out of it, but still, you think about it, well, this is Respawn Entertainment. They could have been making, Titanfall 3 or something, which I would have loved to see. I played Titanfall 2, and that was fantastic, that story. So, knowing that we got something else because people were just trying to follow a trend, that's kind of annoying. Then again, who knows? Maybe with all the success they get out of Apex, we'll see a bigger and even better Titanfall 3. The state of the video game industry. It's kind of shit right now, isn't it? The past quarter or two has been really tough. Even though, publishers like Activision Blizzard were making more money than ever, they start laying off people. And I'm pretty sure if, what was it, Bobby Kotick, if he took, a small pay cut, they could have saved all those employees, but no. No, fuck these 800 people in particular. EA and Bethesda, yeah. Oh, man. I saw those reviews for, Anthem. Now, I played a little bit of Anthem during that weekend, right, where they had the beta. It seemed okay to me, but it just seemed like something that would get boring really quickly. And apparently everyone thought the same thing too. I don't even know if Bioware's gonna be around anymore. Like, shit. You know how things go with EA. Like, they find a promising developer that can make good games for a particular demographic. They get the developer, and then they expect them to make the next big thing that makes millions of dollars, selling millions of copies. So the developer's forced to, like, make the game appeal to more people. And nowadays, it's all about microtransactions as well. Like, these developers, like these publishers that are publicly traded and everything, they have all these investors who don't know anything about video games. They just want to get more money out of their investment, which is why you have all this aggressive monetization going on now. So, yeah, it's scary because we've already seen so many developers get killed off by EA, you know. They get a good developer who can make good games, but they expect, like, more out of them, like, beyond. And they end up pushing it. They just drive that developer to the ground with all these expectations, and the developer just ends up dying. They just kill him off because the shareholder says, okay, well, this game didn't perform well, neither did this one. I think it's time we should get rid of this developer. Bye-bye, what was it? People who made Dead Space, right? They got rid of those people. I think the studio that made, Maxim, right? The ones that made SimCity are also gone now. And then we all saw E3 with what they did with Command & Conquer, going mobile. This industry. The only good thing about it is that the barrier entry is a bit lower now too, so it's easy for anyone to make a video game now. So on the indie side of things, that's good. You still get good, smaller developers too, AA developers, I guess. You get developers like 4A, and fortunately they have publishers like, was it THQ Nordic, I think, or was it, Deep Silver, right? Or I don't remember. But publishers make a lot of decisions that people aren't going to be happy about. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, I'm excited for that too. CD Projekt Red doesn't seem to be able to do any wrong. They have a few controversies, but nothing that, compares to the stuff all the American publishers make. I'm just concerned about when it's actually going to come out, 2077. I know they're going to be at E3 this year, which probably means, what? We have to wait until at least this holiday to get 2077, if not 2020. Wouldn't that be amazing? If it came out in 2020, like, it'll be convenient, right? Just to say, they can release it on, July 7th, 2020. It'll do well marketing, right? And the summer's usually like a dead time for video games anyway, so they can really capitalize off of that if they released it then. Yeah. It'd be really nice if it came out in 2019, though. I upgraded my computer like a year ago, so. And 2020 is really fucking close to the next console cycle, also. That'd be kind of weird. I wonder if Microsoft's actually going to announce the next Xbox this year. Hopefully they'll have games. This cycle hasn't been good for them at all. They're gonna need to pull something out of their ass. I know Crackdown 3 came out and that just turned out to be complete shit. Yeah. They have to move on at this point. I know they bought all those different developers, so they definitely have talented people working for them now. But I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, do they already have projects in the works that they can put out for launch with the next console cycle? Or are they just starting now? Yeah. And there we go. Metro Exodus. Screenshot. No, I'm not skipping this. Okay. Alright. Is there an after credits scene? Is Nick Fury gonna add me to the adventures? Alright. Okay. So that was it, guys. That was Metro Exodus. Great game. If you can get it on a platform that you like, please do. I'm not... Yeah, it's a cool menu. It changes with every level, kind of like how Half-Life 2 did it also. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I'll pick another game to play next weekend. I'm putting my eyes on what's it? Yakuza Kiwami. That just came out a while back, and I want to check that out also. So for anyone who's watching, thank you for watching. Serious Simon, thank you for participating in chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, Kaki and MaxZTT for participating in chat as well. Yeah. You can't stream it. Some issues with it. I'll try it out still. Like, I still want to play Kiwami. Yeah. 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 I know some games are different. Like, often I usually try to play with the full screen mode, but some games you just have to do like screen capture or windowed mode. It's really annoying too, because I have a G-Sync monitor, so I always want to play with full screen mode, but sometimes I can't do that. And it's also fucked up if you do DirectX 12. Like, this is DirectX 12, I think. I think DirectX 12 doesn't have a real exclusive full screen mode. They use like a borderless windowed mode that semi-windowed but not really windowed, so it's kind of funky with the way OBS plays around with it. It's tricky stuff. All those console streamers, it's easy on them. They just have to get a capture card. Yeah. Yeah. There has to be a way around it. Yeah. I'll try it. Worst case scenario, we'll probably have to do windowed mode streaming then. That'd be interesting. I have to keep my expectations tempered as well. Like, I love Yakuza 0, but I heard like that the first Yakuza, the original, wasn't that long, so it'll probably be a shorter sessions, like a shorter overall stream length, but I still want to check it out, and for what, $20, might as well. Yeah. But I'm gonna enjoy it. Alright, so that is it for tonight. Thank you everyone, and I will see you guys next time. Good night everyone. Bye bye.